Hey there, science fans! Today we're diving into the microscopic world of viruses. These tiny invaders are masters of disguise, sneaking into our cells and causing a ruckus. But did you know that viruses have not one, but main ways of replicating? It's true. These two strategies are called the and the. Understanding these cycles is like cracking a secret code. It helps us understand how viruses spread and cause disease. Plus, it gives us clues on how to fight back. So, are you ready to explore the fascinating world of viral replication? Let's go! First up, let's explore the fascinating and somewhat terrifying world of viral infections. Imagine a pirate ship pulling up to a peaceful island. That's what a virus does to a cell in this cycle. It's a hostile takeover, and it's called the lytic cycle. The lytic cycle has 4 main steps, each more intriguing than the last. 1. The virus first needs to attach itself to the surface of the host cell. This is like a key finding the right lock, a crucial step for the virus to gain entry. Once attached, the virus injects its genetic material into the cell, almost like a spy slipping secret instructions into an enemy base. 2. Now inside, the viral genes take over the cell's machinery, turning it into a virus-making factory. The cell, which once had its own functions, is now hijacked to serve the virus. The cell starts producing tons of viral proteins and genetic material, working tirelessly under the virus's command. 3. All these new viral parts start assembling into new viruses, like putting together pieces of a puzzle. It's a meticulous process, ensuring each new virus is perfectly formed. 4. Finally, the new viruses are ready to break free. They burst out of the cell, destroying it in the process. This dramatic exit is akin to a pirate ship leaving a plundered island in ruins. These new viruses can now go on to infect other cells, repeating the cycle. Each new infection starts the process all over again, spreading the viral invasion. This relentless cycle of infection and destruction is what makes viruses so formidable. They can rapidly multiply and spread, causing widespread damage. Understanding the lytic cycle is crucial in the study of virology and helps scientists develop strategies to combat viral infections. So, next time you hear about a virus, remember the pirate ship and the peaceful island. It's a battle on a microscopic scale with high stakes for the host cells involved. Stay tuned for more insights into the microscopic world and the fascinating processes that occur within it. The lytic cycle is all about speed and efficiency. By hijacking the cell's machinery, the virus can quickly produce a large number of copies of itself. But this aggressive strategy comes at a cost. The host cell is destroyed in the process. This destruction is what often leads to the symptoms of viral infections. Think about it. If a virus is destroying cells in your nose and throat, you might experience a sore throat and runny nose, classic signs of a cold. So the lytic cycle is a bit like a smash-and-grab robbery. The virus gets what it needs, replication, and leaves a trail of destruction in its wake. Now let's talk about the lysogenic cycle, which is a bit more stealthy and cunning compared to the lytic cycle. Instead of immediately taking over the cell, the virus plays a waiting game. Here's how it works. 1. Just like in the lytic cycle, the virus first attaches to the host cell and injects its genetic material. 2. This is where things get sneaky. Instead of immediately replicating, the viral DNA integrates itself into the host cell's DNA. It's like hiding a secret message within a book. The viral DNA becomes a part of the host's genetic material, blending in seamlessly. This integration allows the virus to remain undetected by the host's immune system. 3. Now the viral DNA is just hanging out, being replicated along with the cell's own DNA every time the cell divides. Each time the host cell replicates, it also copies the viral DNA, passing it on to the new cells. The virus is dormant, like a silent sleeper agent. This dormancy can last for an extended period, allowing the virus to spread without causing immediate harm. 4. The virus can stay dormant for a long time, even for generations of cells. This means that the viral DNA can be passed down through many cell generations, lying in wait. However, certain triggers like stress or exposure to UV light can cause the viral DNA to activate, switching to the lytic cycle. When this happens, the virus begins to replicate rapidly, taking over the host cell and eventually causing it to burst. This switch from dormancy to active replication can lead to sudden outbreaks of viral activity. Understanding this sneaky strategy helps scientists develop better ways to combat viral infections and prevent outbreaks. By studying the lysogenic cycle, researchers can find new methods to interrupt the virus's ability to hide and reactivate. This knowledge is crucial in the ongoing battle against viral diseases, so the next time you hear about a virus, remember the sneaky strategy it might be using to stay hidden and spread. Knowledge is power, and understanding these processes is the first step in fighting back. Stay curious, stay informed, and stay healthy.
The lysogenic cycle might seem less harmful than the lytic cycle since it doesn't immediately destroy the cell. However, it can have long-term consequences.
For one, the viral genes can still be expressed even when the virus is dormant. This means the virus can influence the cell's behavior, potentially leading to diseases like cancer.
Moreover, the integrated viral DNA can be passed down to daughter cells when the cell divides. This means that a single infected cell can give rise to many infected cells, all carrying the hidden viral DNA.
So, while the lysogenic cycle might seem like a more peaceful approach, it's really a strategy of stealth and persistence. Section 6, Lytic versus Lysogenic, a tale of two cycles. To help you visualize the differences, let's compare the lytic and lysogenic cycles in a simple table.
Feature. Outcome. Lytic cycle. Cell death. Lysogenic cycle. Cell survives, at least initially.
Feature: replication speed, lytic cycle rapid, lysogenic cycle slow or dormant.
Feature. Host cell fate. Lytic cycle, destroyed. Lysogenic cycle. Becomes a virus factory, eventually.
Feature: viral gene expression, lytic cycle immediate, lysogenic cycle delayed or continuous. Section 7, real-world examples, viruses and their cycles. In this section we will delve into the fascinating world of viruses and explore how they operate within their respective cycles. By understanding these cycles, we can better appreciate the complexity and adaptability of these microscopic entities. Now that we understand the two cycles, let's meet some viruses that use them. These viruses are not just abstract concepts, they have real-world implications and affect millions of people globally. By examining specific examples, we can see how these cycles play out in real life.
Lytic cycle rock stars, the common cold. The common cold is something almost everyone has experienced at some point in their lives. It's a prime example of a virus that uses the lytic cycle to its advantage. Ever wonder why colds spread so quickly? It's because the rhinovirus responsible for the common cold uses the lytic cycle to rapidly replicate and spread. This rapid replication is what makes the common cold so contagious, especially in crowded places. It's because the rhinovirus, responsible for the common cold, uses the lytic cycle to rapidly replicate and spread. The virus hijacks the host cell's machinery to produce more virus particles, which are then released to infect new cells. This process happens quickly, leading to the familiar symptoms of a cold.
Influenza virus. Another well-known virus that uses the lytic cycle is the influenza virus. This virus is notorious for causing seasonal flu outbreaks and can lead to severe illness, especially in vulnerable populations. This nasty virus, which causes the flu, also prefers the quick and dirty approach of the lytic cycle, leading to those awful flu symptoms we know all too well. The influenza virus rapidly replicates within the host cells, causing widespread infection and triggering the body's immune response, which results in fever, aches, and fatigue.
Lysogenic cycle masters of disguise. Herpes viruses. Unlike the lytic cycle, the lysogenic cycle allows viruses to remain hidden within the host cells for extended periods. Herpes viruses are experts at this stealthy approach. These sneaky viruses, which can cause cold sores and chickenpox, are masters of the lysogenic cycle. They integrate their genetic material into the host cell's DNA, lying dormant until triggered by certain conditions. They can remain dormant in our bodies for years, only to reactivate and cause symptoms when our immune system is weakened. Stress, illness, or other factors can trigger the reactivation of these viruses, leading to outbreaks of cold sores or shingles.
HIV. This virus, which causes AIDS, uses the lysogenic cycle to integrate its genetic material into the DNA of immune cells. HIV is a particularly insidious virus because it targets the very cells that are supposed to protect us from infections. This allows the virus to persist in the body and attack the immune system over time. By integrating into the host's DNA, HIV can evade the immune system and remain in the body for life, gradually weakening the immune response and leading to AIDS if untreated. Understanding these cycles helps us appreciate the challenges in developing treatments and vaccines for these persistent viral threats. Section 8. Outsmarting the enemy antiviral therapies. Understanding the lytic and lysogenic cycles is crucial for developing effective antiviral therapies.
For viruses that use the lytic cycle, scientists are developing drugs that interfere with viral replication or assembly. It's like throwing a wrench into the virus-making factory.
For viruses that use the lysogenic cycle, the challenge is to find ways to prevent viral integration or to force the virus out of its dormant state so that it can be targeted by antiviral drugs.
Developing antiviral therapies is like playing a game of chess against a very clever opponent. But by understanding the rules of the game, the lytic and lysogenic cycles, we can develop strategies to outsmart the enemy and protect our health.
Section 9. Conclusion: Understanding viruses for a healthier future. So there you have it, the lytic and lysogenic cycles. Two different but equally fascinating strategies that viruses use to replicate and spread. The lytic cycle is a rapid and destructive takeover, while the lysogenic cycle is a stealthy and persistent approach. Both cycles have significant consequences for our health. By understanding these cycles, we gain valuable insights into the behavior of viruses and can develop more effective strategies to combat viral infections. It's all about staying one step ahead in the microscopic battle against these tiny but mighty invaders.